I was feeling like I'm being snatched away from the reality, and I'm in a never-ending dream. I didn't felt anything. I thought everyone is fake, everything is fake, or I even thought that I am dead. You know what that means? I even thought that I am dead, and it's my soul saying everybody right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean O'Connor, author of the Depersonalization Manual, and today I'm speaking with Kashif, based in Kashmir in India. Kashif is 18 years old. In 2024, he developed Depersonalization Derealization Disorder after a bad weed experience. His symptoms included the constant feeling that he was in a dream, his body felt like it wasn't his, and the feeling of being disconnected from reality. Kashif suffered with the condition and these symptoms for about 2 months. But fortunately, Kashif has since made a complete recovery. And as he wrote to me in a recent email, quote, I wanted to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for the information and support you provided regarding recovery from depersonalization. Knowing that there are people out there who care and are willing to help others makes a significant difference. End quote. And Kashif is with us today to talk about his experience with and recovery from depersonalization derealization disorder. Kashif, you're very welcome to the channel. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Sean.
Pleasure. Great to have you on the channel. Kashif, I think you're the first person from India that we've had on the channel.
Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah. I spent some time in India a couple of years ago. I traveled around for 6 months. I absolutely loved it there. I didn't make it up to Kashmir, unfortunately, but I'd love to visit someday. I hear it's a really beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, yeah, it's very beautiful here.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to see it sometime. Can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, Kashif? What's happening in your life at the moment?
So I live in Kashmir. I'm a student and I'm studying right now, and life is just going.
Good. What are you studying, or what do you hope to study in university, or what are you working on?
I'm a commerce student. I'm in 11th grade, and I have my exams very soon in February. So I'm
Mm.
preparing for it right now.
Kashif, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with DPDR and how did it start for you?
So it started like I was in my room chilling. So I got a call from my friend. He told me that I got some weed, you wanna try? I never tried it before. I was just curious how it felt like after being high. So I went there really quick, and he told me I you usually make it in a cigarette in
Mm.
Kashmir, India. And outside Kashmir, we usually do in a roll, you know that?
Yeah.
But in Kashmir, we don't have that, so we make it in a cigarette where we mix the weed and the tobacco. So I tried that and I took 10 puffs, maximum 10 puffs of it. And in first 10 minutes, anything didn't happen. Nothing was like, I just got a sore mouth. That's it. And after 10 minutes, he told me to buy some snacks. And I went there and brought some biscuits. And suddenly I got a panic attack. I guess, yes, it was a panic attack. And everything stopped for a minute. I was saying only one thing continuously. I was on my phone and I was seeing a text over and over again. And then it was felt like someone is pausing and playing my life. Like, you know what that means?
Yeah.
I was experiencing that, and it was a really hard day. It was very terrible. And I was very, scared of it. I mean, that was the worst experience of my life so far.
It's a very scary experience when weed goes bad. So Kashif, were you in the shop when you had the
Yes.
panic attack? Yeah, you were.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, those experiences like you're like pausing and playing, they're often described as like being time distortions. Like when you're if you're very, very high, it can feel like time is like stopping or starting or moving too quickly or too slowly, and it can be very, very, very frightening. So did you go back and meet your friend again after going to the shop? And
Yeah.
how
I was really scared. I ran up to them and told me something is happening to me. They just told me you're fine. Nothing will be wrong with you. They gave me lemons and told me to eat them and then vomit. And I tried to vomit and I vomited 2 to 3 times and nothing happened. So I went my home really quick and I slept. But I experienced this after almost 2 months, for 2 months. And this was a very bad experience. I was feeling like I was in a dream and you know, my reality was snatched from me like that. I was not in my body, someone else was controlling my body. This was the very bad experience I was experiencing and I had very hard time. I suffered this for almost 2 months, but your videos helped me a lot to recover from it.
That's great. And did you were you speaking to your friends or parents about what you were experiencing?
No, I never told anyone about that.
Really?
Yes, because I thought they would took me to a doctor and then he will tell my parents that he has drugs in his, they test urine and they get to know that if he's drug addict or not. That's why I was scared. I didn't told anyone.
So you obviously didn't speak to any doctors either, or
No, no way.
so were you researching online, Kashif, or trying to find
Yeah.
an answer for what you're experiencing?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us more about that?
I was randomly googling about DPDR. Then I found your video. First, I searched that what is this feeling like I'm facing right now. Then I found your video in which you're talking about DPDR symptoms and how to recover from it. And then I started with this journey, and your videos helped me a lot. I watched some interviews of yours, and it really helped me a lot to recover from this.
Can you tell us some more about the symptoms you were experiencing in this time, Kashif?
I was feeling like I'm being snatched away from the reality, and I'm in a never-ending dream. It was just a dream. I didn't felt anything. I thought everyone is fake, everything is fake, or I even thought that I'm dead. You know what that means? I even thought that I am dead, and it's my soul seeing everybody right now.
When you were going through this, Kashif, were you still at school? Were you still studying?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Were you able to manage that? How was that for you?
It was really difficult. I didn't. I really. It was no. It was on the vacations. We had a winter vacation for in the school, and then afterwards, I faced. It triggered my DPDR, and I faced this for over 2 months.
You had a what in the school? A
Vacations, winter
oh,
vacation.
vocations.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so you were at school and you were experiencing all these symptoms,
Yeah.
and so you were trying to study and socialize and speak to your teachers and things, and that must have been difficult.
Yes, it was really difficult.
And after you developed it, the condition, Chief, how long did it take you to find out that it was called depersonalization?
When I was literally high at that moment when I thought found out that it was DPDR.
Mm.
I I smoked 2 times. First, when I triggered my DPDR, and after while I was suffering DPDR. I didn't know what DPDR was until I found your video. Then afterwards, when I recovered, I have never touched the weed again.
What was your lowest point in the whole experience, Kashif? Is there a particular moment that sticks with you?
I was feeling really overwhelming at that moment. Uh, Everything was feeling really unreal, and I was very scared. I felt like completely isolated, unable to connect with others and or even myself. It was a challenging time, but I pushed. I seek towards recovery, and you helped me a lot. Thank you for it. Thank you so much for it, for your videos.
What did your recovery feel like, Kashif? Was it quite a was it a slow process, or did it happen more suddenly for you? How was it?
My recovery felt like I was waking up from my dream, and it wasn't an overnight change, but gradually I started feeling like I'm feeling like more connected to present and at peace myself. I felt like I'm connecting to reality again. But it was not that fast. Was it felt like slowly I'm waking up from my dream and connecting to others and reality. Yes, yes, I was able to focus more and I was able to feel things again. In while I was suffering diphtheria, I wasn't feeling anything at all. Everything I touch, everything I pick up, I wasn't feeling at that moment. But after I recovered, I started feeling that again, and I was able to focus on my studies more, and everything became normal again.
So I'm really glad to hear that you have fully recovered, Kashif. There's going to be people watching this interview who may be going through something very similar to what you did. Maybe they would have had a bad weed experience, going through similar symptoms that you went through. What advice would you have for anybody watching the channel, watching this interview, who's going through something similar?
My advice would be seek support from someone, or whether through therapy or trusted friends, or anything like, yeah, and or watch your videos. It really helped me a lot. I think recovery is possible, and taking small and consistent steps can make a big difference. Be patient with yourself. You're not you're not going like this forever. You're okay. You'll be recovered. That's it. This is not going to be forever. Just focus on yourself and don't tell your mind that you have this symptom. Just forget about it. Everything will be okay.
Kashif, it's been so lovely to speak with you today. Thank you for taking the time to share your story with the channel. It's been a pleasure to speak with you, and also it's been great to have the first person from India on the channel sharing their story, and I hope there'll be many more. So thank you again, Kashif. It's been great to have you on the channel.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Okay, bye bye. Take care.